Well, we weren't sure we were going to do a smash for this Monday, July 3rd, 2023, but here we are. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Happy day before Independence Day.
Yay.
We're a little tired.
Oh, we're exhausted.
It's been a long weekend.
Well, we've watched a few movies. We watched The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. If you guys have not seen that, you must watch that on Netflix.
It's a documentary, like 6-parter.
So then Julie was watching it with us, and Julie says, Mom, have you ever seen The Orphan? Which I thought I've seen here and there. Thought I saw it with her. We watched it last night. We were up until like 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was scary. And then I couldn't fall asleep. I think I was up till 4.
Yeah.
That was just kind of a scary movie. I don't think that's why I couldn't fall asleep, but I couldn't fall asleep.
My hair's a mess, sorry.
Before I forget, we're out of Iylia wine. Layla, if you're watching. But we have a bottle. This is the Moscatel Macabeo that Kelly took the label off to show what you can do with a bottle of Iylia wine once you've consumed the incredible contents.
America!
Where did you get those?
I got them at the grocery store at Pavilions.
Well,
I thought they would be great centerpieces for outside when we have our party.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little thing on the roof. We're gonna barbecue, get a keg. America. But Iylia wine is available on your internet machine. All you have to do is go to Iylia.com and put in the discount code Rick and Kelly 20 and get 20% off.
Internet machine?
The internet machine.
What?
AKA laptop or desktop computer.
You're sunburned, by the way.
I know, I just realized that. I'm very red.
We went to Pelican Hill today.
20% off Iylia wine, which is absolutely delicious. This is one of our favorites. But there's nothing in it.
So Who-Man just texted me. Who-Man is Nick Ritchie.
Oh, yeah.
And he has a Facts podcast. If you guys check that out, it's you can download it as an app, as Facts with a Z. Factz.
Yes.
So he sent me the meme of he did with talking about Heather Dubrow.
It's pretty funny. Should we show it?
Yeah, let's show it. He just sent it to me.
This can be our reel of the day.
Here, I'll send it.
Nick Ritchie interviewing Kelly, who talks about Heather.
It looks like the man. Looks like Mulvaney.
Okay, so it's a doppelganger.
It's a doppelganger, yes.
So, but you're saying that, you're implying that Heather's a dude.
Basically, yeah.
So Heather's handsome to you.
No. I think she's fugly. You know what? The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I see the insides of her, and I look at her, and I think that she looks like the devil to me. Heather looks.
So is Nick coming? Did you invite Nick to the party?
I just invited him. He says it's Lion's birthday.
Oh, okay. Saw Jeff Lewis today, and Heather.
He's always so nice and so generous.
Yeah, really good guy.
Yeah.
Really good guy. And he's here for a long weekend. Mm-hmm. Should we say where he was going when we left?
Oh, he was hanging out with Shannon and John.
Yeah.
Shocked.
Shannon and John. Going on John's boat. So there's some gossip for you.
Yeah.
There's some scoop for you.
You know what? Good
What?
for them. You know,
Yes.
if you know they want to be friends. I'm sorry, my hair is a mess. We were bike riding just now. We went to go eat at Saigon Beach for dinner. It was pretty good.
Good.
Very good. The
Yeah.
soup was delicious. The pho.
Yeah. That was some
Chicken
good
wings.
pho.
The nam nam was good. But anyways, he was saying that they're back together.
No, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
Good for them if they're happy, if they make each other happy.
And he made
all that
amends
matters.
with Heather Dubrow.
He did. He talked to her. He said for like 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got a reality blurb.
Yeah, that's coming up. I'm going to do that in the news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What else do you have on there?
Well, I wanted to tease our Patreon this week because you're going to do Cooking with Kelly. We're actually going to put it on as a separate element like tonight. So if anybody signs up for our Patreon podcast, the Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon, you'll get Cooking with Kelly, special July 4th edition, bacon wrapped jalapenos.
So I should be on America's Worst Cooks because I dealt with those hot peppers.
Yeah.
Never, if you're dealing with hot peppers, which I've already known because my grandma used to have like a pepper farm, my dad's mom, and I got like burned by peppers when I was little, and I had to like sit in a bath of chamomile.
Really?
Yeah, of that pink stuff or whatever, like to soothe the skin. And my hands were burning all day today. So
From
if
handling.
if you're dealing with jalapenos or hot peppers, always wear gloves. Just an FYI.
And is that from the outside, the skin, or just from the
It's
inside?
the inside, the peppers, that's the seeds.
Yeah. Okay, well, I didn't know.
I was handling them.
I don't handle peppers very often, and when I do, they're the bell peppers. And they're not spicy at all.
No.
I have video of our awesome bike ride on the beach yesterday. It is July 4th weekend here, so it's packed. And we had a big crew. Oh, snap. And for the first time since I've been living here, I saw cops on horseback on the beach.
Well, how about they were like on razors?
Yes.
Did you see those?
Yes, I did.
And
They had
Rick
a
goes,
razor.
this is called flexing. They're trying to flex right now.
Yeah, it's a show of force.
Yeah.
They had all the bells and whistles out. The helicopters flying over. They got the quad. They got the razor. They got the cops on the horses. And one of the horses took a big steamy dump on the sidewalk.
Did he?
Oh yeah, I got video of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see
It was
that.
pretty funny. And I said to the cop, "Is that legal?" And he goes, "Yes." So I asked Kelly.
Why? Because you can't take a human dump? Or maybe you can't. I don't know. LA is a big one.
Oh, we're a long way from LA.
One big dump.
Newport. Yeah, it is. But Newport Beach is very different.
Yes, it is.
So I asked Kelly if
It's America.
I asked Kelly what they were looking for. Like I assumed it was booze because you can't legally drink on the beach, right?
No.
So,
But for whatever reason, my girlfriend owns restaurants on the beach at Huntington. You can drink there.
she said she was on one of only 2 people to have a license for alcohol on the beach.
Alicia Sea Legs.
Yeah, good for her.
Good for her.
Also on this week's Patreon, I'm going to show that video of Heather McDonald on the roof with Jolie's friend Mila doing and then you did it too, this model walk. It's hilarious.
So Julie's girlfriend that she's grown up with since 3rd grade, went to OLQ with Jolie. She would be a senior, but I guess she tested out or got her GED, and she's going to New York, and she's going to start modeling for IMG. Shannon Bedore tried to get her daughter into IMG.
Yeah.
But this beautiful girls, both, darling, but she is going to model. So I asked her, like, what are the how do you do the walk?
Kelly was making her walk yesterday, and then I guess Heather had some ideas about what made a good model walk.
Did you see her walk?
Yeah, I did.
And then she's like, they're now going like this, like zombies. And I'm like,
So
I
if
know
you-
they do that now.
If you want to see that, come over to our Patreon, the Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon.com. It's a much longer version of this, unfiltered, uncensored, commercial-free, and we have a lot of fun over there. A lot of exclusive content, if you will. We're going to do Costco today, Monday, and we're going to load up on stuff for the party. And you were like, we have to get there when they open.
Yes.
Because it's going to be a madhouse, probably.
What time does Costco open? What do you guys say? What time does Costco open?
10.
Here's what I found.
10.
I know.
Guess what time they close?
10.
6.
No. Oh, tomorrow they do.
No, always. It's
Really? They
Yeah.
close at 6 o'clock?
I would think
That
it would later.
seems, I think they stay open later sometimes.
Oh, well, maybe just today.
Oh yeah, because right now it's Sunday. I have some comments. These are from Friday's Smash. Casey Pittman said, "You are not bullying Gina. You are describing her 100%. Your point of view on OC is so accurate. They need to recast OC. Ratings are horrible, and I love the Daily Smash."
It was so funny. Jeff Lewis saw Emily yesterday, and he said how great she looks. How amazing.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah. Why didn't she look like that on TV?
That's what I said. He said it took her 9 or 10 months to lose the weight.
Oh, wow. She looks great. I see you guys. I told you.
Heather,
Everybody looks better than her.
even me.
Even me. Everybody does.
Heather Kitty Rogers, Rick Caruso lost to Karen Bass for mayor of Los Angeles. We were trying to remember.
Mayor. It was mayor.
Yeah.
You're right. Thank you. Thank you.
I think we both were confused and said governor. It was mayor. Anyway. Lillian Rowe loved the yellow.
Oh.
I think she's talking about the chairs. And then Hilda Dion said, "Your first meeting story is wonderful." If you didn't watch Friday, we were telling our July 4th stories, and Kelly and I met on July 6th, 4 years ago. In Zenorbit. They would not have as many viewers on RHOC if we weren't watching, so we could come back and hear your critique. Think about that. It's probably true. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people say they like to watch our recaps so they don't have to watch the show.
Well, today on our Patreon, one of our patrons said she won't watch because of what they did to me.
Wow, a lot of people say that. Kelly Martin said, subscribed again. If you haven't subscribed here on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. I think a lot of people are getting unsubscribed. I don't know why, but please resubscribe. We're almost at 40K, this close. Pam Norris, I am super disappointed that you aren't doing your OC recaps on the YouTube channel.
We are.
We are, Pam. Right here on this channel.
Yeah, Pam.
Just scroll down.
Pam.
With all our shows, and won't cost you anything. All you got to do is just click on it. And you can watch our OC recaps. We've done 4 so far, 1 for each episode. Number 5 will be this week. We're going to invite our VIP patrons to join us again. We think we're going to have more this week. So we'll have even more commentary to share with you guys about what everyone thinks of the show.
So we were a little funny moment today. It was hilarious. So I'm with Heather McDonald and Jeff, you, and Stu, and Shane, and Monica, and everybody. And we're sitting there and we're talking about Megan Weaver. And we were talking about Megan Weaver's house. And we were talking about how it was like expensive. It was like $400,000 to do this like addition to her home. And then we were talking about how beautiful it is and how gorgeous it was. And then he goes, he forgot about the fight between Heather and Megan.
Yeah.
And he goes to Heather, he goes, have you ever been to her house? And she's like, no. And he goes, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you'll never be there again. Or ever again. You'll never be there. Wait, what did he say?
You haven't seen it, you never will. Or
Yeah,
like
yeah. He said,
something
if you haven't seen it, you never will. It was so funny. He is so funny.
He's hilarious. From our RHOC recap this past week on YouTube, Kara Lou said, Kelly, I always loved you on the show. I am so glad you and Rick are so happy.
Oh, thank you.
And Northwest Girl Stuck in Florida said, I love these recaps more than the actual show. Also, Kelly dresses classy and is beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
I couldn't agree more. Kimberly Heilson, great recap. Simply gobsmacked. I stopped watching the RHOC when Kelly left.
Aw.
Today I watched episode 1 so I could see the new girl and follow along better with the recaps. I couldn't make it past 10 minutes. I had to stop watching. I honestly don't care what happens with this group of women.
Well, I mean, everybody on our Patreon, our VIPs today.
Yeah.
They were talking about how they were talking about the new girl's lips and Taylor's lips and how like inflated they are and how they kind of look alike and that like they can't just get into how she's dating this player / gym rat. And it was just awkward.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there's zero chemistry as far as I'm concerned.
You know, what's funny is that, you know, you see these housewives and they always kind of refer back to like old times. Yeah. Those are kind of neat to see.
Flashbacks?
The flashbacks, you know, like the way things are going.
Well, you've been on two of the 4 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
This season. Last season you were on like at least 8. I have one more to read because this was one of the things that we talked about the most after watching the 4th episode. I'm sorry, but Heather talk about putting her career on hold for 20 years made me chuckle. Not to minimize her role as a mother because it's hard for all of us in one way or another, but she has chefs, maids, access to the best childcare, healthcare, schools, tutors, etc. that money can buy, and I know she takes full advantage of that based on how much she brags about her wealth. She acts like she's one of us normies who in many cases do have to put our actual careers on hold in order to raise our children. She dabbled in acting and then married rich. Boo-hoo. And she has Terry wrapped around her finger so she doesn't have a care in the world.
Well, first of all, she never put her career on hold. That's a lie. She tried out for that Malibu country when she was on The Housewives. She was on The Housewives. She worked as a reality star. She worked. She had a podcast for Podcast One, still does. She's always worked. So don't say you put your career on hold. You chose to be a reality on reality because you weren't getting the acting gigs that you did in the 90s and early 2000s. So you never put your career on hold. You just weren't getting gigs.
I mean, she did get some gigs. We did look at her IMDb, and she did a couple of sitcoms. She did a bunch of episodes on a couple of sitcoms.
I understand,
25
but she didn't put
years
it on
ago.
hold.
Right, because she did keep working on and off.
Yeah.
But I get it. You know, when anyone has children, then there is a time there where you...
But, I mean, that just the way she said it was kind of like an insult to her kids.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it just seemed so rude.
Right.
And like, oh my God, I have these kids and blah, 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 blah. Well, the word on the street is that she's struggling, like inside. You know, she tries to have all this perfect persona, and she's struggling with allegedly.
She's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
We do have this article from Reality Blurb, and I use the term article loosely in this case. But Heather Dubrow, in the news now.
Oh, yeah. In the news.
Heather Dubrow hints at feud with RHOC co-star over her kid, reacts to Tamara's accusation, and warns, quote, irrelevant Kelly Dodd. She loves warning you.
Warning me.
Yeah.
I'm a warning. She likes to reprimand and warn and I'm going to put a cease and desist and I'm going to sue you and I'm going to warn me. You warned me, girlfriend. You warned me.
You had the best response when you first saw the headline.
You irrelevant Kelly Dodd. If I'm so irrelevant, why are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Don't even have me in your vernacular if that's the case.
Right.
Like, why are you even bringing me up if I'm so irrelevant? Like I could care less. I don't need to be famous, okay? I just like to entertain all of you. That's what I like to do.
You're very entertaining. As for her comments about Kelly, Heather said while she's unconcerned about Kelly's opinions, she does not want her speaking ill of her children.
I'm not speaking ill of your children, Heather Dubrow. I'm speaking ill of your parenting.
Right.
I'm speaking ill on how you should keep your mouth trapped when you have a 12-year-old adolescent, and you should not be talking about sexual orientations with children.
Yeah.
Let kids be kids.
Right.
You're a terrible parent. You're a bad mom, and you should not be putting out there in the public. That's it. That's all I have to say. That's it.
Making your child's sexuality an Instagram post, making their gender choice an Instagram post, celebrating a kid's confusion at the age of 12 on Instagram and telling the whole world about it and saying you're trying to create a safe space when all you're doing is calling attention to this child and they're wherever they're going with this thing and we don't know and now that's a safe space? Why don't you just leave it alone? Why do you have to publicize something like that?
Right.
This is a really interesting quote.
I like when he talks because he says it. Like
Thank you.
I like your candor.
Well, I could go on, and I will on Patreon. I just try not to get too heated here. People who are irrelevant are irrelevant. So I wouldn't waste 5 seconds of worrying about someone that makes no difference in the world. Wait, but you just
I make no difference in the world. I help people, okay? I do charity work. I do a hell of a lot more than you do, girlfriend.
She's just spent more than 5 seconds talking about how you're irrelevant. And she doesn't worry about you.
Right.
I would also say that people that make a living by being hate mongers, that's their own evil karma that will come back. And I have no time for that, she stated.
You have no time. You know what? Your karma, your evil karma is already hit you, girlfriend. With what you're having to deal with within your family. Your karma's hit you. You're trying to act like you're all perfection and everything is perfection when meanwhile you're having turmoil within your family. Shut up.
What I will say is that with my family and my kids, yes, I'm fiercely protective and don't come after my children.
You're fiercely protective when you're throwing your kids' sexuality out there.
Right.
You're 12 years old. Let them be kids.
Yeah.
Kids should not even be worrying or thinking about sexual orientation. They should worry about playing, having a good time with their friends, being, you know what, that Joe Rogan, he's had a good thing. He had this like expert and said, if you have 3 kids that are like whatever, is because you have a narcissistic mom. Joe Rogan had somebody on there. Yeah. If you have things like that, it's because you're a narcissist.
Well, she obviously is.
Of course.
Send us another cease and desist letter.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to read it on our show. Please.
Oh,
please
and by the
send us
way,
one.
we found out that the daughter is on hormone blockers at 12 years old.
Well, that's
Allegedly.
unfortunate. Allegedly. And it's unfortunate if
But
that's the
that's
case.
what we heard.
Like we've said, I believe in letting kids be kids, let them grow up, let them make decisions when they're old enough to make decisions, not when they're 11 or 12 and confused about things, because people change their minds. Kids change their minds all the time. That's all I want to say about that. I do want to remind people that I am a published author, and this is my book, Chasing Catastrophe. And if you're heading to the beach, I mean, there's a lot of great stories in here, and I feel like this is a great book to read on the beach or on a boat.
Next time, you need to put pictures in there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have high resolution pictures.
Then how do they have high resolution pictures on when you have like Elizabeth Taylor from like 1945? Those
I don't
aren't
know.
high
Maybe
res.
if they have the original photos, they can do it. I don't know. That's just, I didn't have the high res photos, and it was just, I'm sorry I don't have pictures, but the book, it's about the words on the page. The words on the page.
Yes, no, I know. I'm just saying.
So you can go to Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com, Chasing Catastrophe. There's also an audio version. I read it myself. So if you'd rather listen to me read my book, you can do that too. Thank you very much for your support. That's our show for today. We hope you have a fantastic July 4th. Smash-tastic July. Be safe. Don't hold fireworks in your hand.
Yes.
Don't drink too much.
Nope.
Don't eat too much. But have a good time.
Have a good time, everybody. Happy 4th.